Do you ever catch yourself staring at your reflection in the store windows as you're walking down the street? Do you find yourself looking in the mirror, pinching and grabbing and poking certain parts of your body? These are examples of something called body checking, and body checking can be detrimental to your mental health and your road to improved body image. If you are new here, hello and welcome. My name is Hannah. I am a non-diet dietitian here to help you improve your relationship with food and your body so you can finally find food freedom. In this video, I want to go over what body checking is. I want to talk about how it presents itself on social media in some pretty sneaky ways. I'm going to explain how body checking can be problematic, and I'm going to share some tips on how to stop body checking if you are someone who does now identify as a compulsive body checker. So first of all, what even is body checking? What does that even mean? Body checking is when you check your body on a regular, consistent basis, oftentimes to see how your body has changed. Body checking involves compulsive monitoring, scrutinizing, and tracking your body's size, shape, and weight. If you're someone who does body check routinely, you might notice that you tend to focus on a certain part of your body. You're always checking your arms, your belly, your butt, etc. Now, there are quite a few different forms of body checking, and they can be pretty sneaky. Checking your body in a mirror or any other reflective surface might be what you tend to think of when you hear body checking, and that definitely is one, but there are others too. Excessively weighing yourself is definitely a form of body checking because you are monitoring how much your body weighs. You're checking on it to see if it has changed. Maybe you measure your body parts using a tape measure, touching, pinching, grabbing certain parts of your body to make sure they haven't changed since the last time you checked. Putting on a pair of pants or a top to see how it fits differently since the last time you wore it. Taking progress photos. Yep. I said it. Obsessing over past or current photos of yourself. This is where the progress photos can definitely come into play. I know I used to have a whole private folder on my phone full of pictures of just how my body looked, just for me to compare the progress I made when I was restricting my food intake and absolutely over-exercising. Another example of body checking could be continuously asking others for reassurance of how you look. Oh, do I look okay today? Oh, does my butt look big in these jeans? Can you see my belly in this top? Those are ways that you might check on your body through the point of view of other people. My last example, although there probably are many others, would be if you are constantly comparing your body to others that you see in real life or online. And this is where I want to talk about body checking on social media. It is everywhere, you guys. Body checking behaviors are very commonly seen on social media, especially when it comes to what I eat in a day videos. In such videos, the creator will show a clip of what their body looks like before they share what they allegedly ate throughout that day. And the issue with this exact type of content is it insinuates to the viewer that if you eat these foods that I eat, you will have this body that I have. But like I always say, and you are probably sick of hearing by now if you are not new around here, even if we all ate the exact same way, moved our body the exact same way, we would all still look completely different. That's just how bodies work. Our food choices and our exercise habits only play a small role into what our body looks like. Genetics, on the other hand, play a huge role in this. So again, if you and I ate the exact same way and did the exact same things in terms of exercise, we would look totally different. Our bodies would have different weights, we would store muscle and fat differently in different parts of our body because we have different parents, different genes. So even if the creators of those videos that do the body check before they show their what I eat today, even if they don't intend for that to be the message that comes across, that's how a viewer is going to see that message, especially someone who has an eating disorder or is at risk of developing an eating disorder. That ED brain is telling that person, okay, if you just eat like them, you are going to look like them. Not to mention that the body checking and what I eat in a day duo is usually accompanied by talks about weight loss and calories and portion sizes. There are so many videos out there that show exactly how many calories that person is eating. And it's like, what's the point of sharing that? Because not only are your calorie needs completely irrelevant to me and other viewers, but your calorie needs change every single day. So who cares if you're eating X number of calories today? We also don't know if that's the right number of calories for you that day because your body is not a math equation. That is why I think calorie counting is so arbitrary, but we won't get into that in this video today. Other examples of body checking on social media might involve like the creator pulling up their shirt and showing their muscles as part of the video. I've seen videos where the whole video is just like a person flexing, just like showing their biceps or their quads. Another example might be like Transformation Tuesday post or like before and after photos and videos. These types of videos, whether it's like the before and afters or like the flexing videos and photos, are usually posted by people who have like a weight loss business, and they are trying to prove that because either they lost weight or they've helped others lose weight, that they can also do the same for you. So they want you to buy their meal plan, their supplements, their workout plan, which again just insinuates the idea of if you eat like me or work out like me, you will look like me. When someone posts a photo of them flexing in a mirror and says, buy my meal plan so you can get muscles like these, again, that's not how it works. If you spend $60 on their meal plan and eat like them, you are going to be very disappointed because you're not going to have the same body as them. All in all, social media's most admirable yet detrimental trait is that anybody can post whatever they want. Sure, there are community guidelines on most platforms, but there are always ways to work around those rules. And these algorithms cannot possibly filter out every piece of harmful content that is posted. And unfortunately, when it comes to the content about health and wellness and nutrition, most of the content is pretty harmful and very misinformed. So as we'll get to later in this video, detoxing your social media is a very important part of improving your body image. All right, let's talk about why we even body check, like why does this happen and why is it such a problem? Body checking usually happens as a way to feel in control of your body. A lot of disordered eating behaviors stem from wanting that control. A lot of us like to have that feeling of control. So you might body check to make sure that you are staying on track with your diet or your workout routine. This body checking is usually done in an attempt to make us feel better, but then it ends up only making us feel worse. And you might be thinking, what's the big deal? I'm just looking at my body in the mirror, or I'm just stepping on a scale. Body checking may seem innocent, but it is a really big barrier that could be holding you back from disordered eating recovery. When a check doesn't go well and we dislike how our body looks and feels, this can lead to lots of feelings of shame and guilt and anxiety. These feelings reinforce the idea that something is wrong with us that needs to be fixed. You might do that body check and think, oh, I'm not eating healthy enough. I'm not doing enough exercise. And these thoughts can quickly spiral into restrictive, clean eating and obsessive exercise. Body dysmorphia, which is sometimes referred to as body dysmorphic disorder, often accompanies body checking too. Body dysmorphia involves this obsessive focus on a perceived flaw on your body. A person with body dysmorphia might spend a great deal of time obsessing over a certain perceived flaw and trying to fix it, even if that flaw is super small or even imagined. Bigorexia is a really common example of body dysmorphic disorder, where someone just becomes obsessed with trying to build as much muscle as possible. We've actually got a whole podcast episode all about bigorexia if you want to learn more. So hopefully by now I have made it abundantly clear how problematic body checking can be. So let's go over a few tips on how you can reduce this body checking behavior for full disordered eating recovery. First of all, identify the type of body checking that you're doing. Like I mentioned earlier, there are lots of examples of body checking. And in order to stop doing it, you must identify what behaviors are happening. And they usually happen subconsciously, so the goal here is just to bring awareness to it. Once you identify the behavior, ask yourself why you tend to do it. If you regularly take progress photos, for example, you might do this because it relieves some anxiety about not knowing what your body looks like. It helps you to feel like you're in control of your body shape and size by taking these progress pictures. Taking and looking at these progress pics may also give you a sense of accomplishment because you actively engaged in those disordered eating habits that led to your body changing. Next, consider if this behavior is serving you long term. Do you really feel better when looking at those progress photos? Does weighing yourself every day really make you feel good? Does pinching and grabbing and looking at parts of your body in the mirror all the time make you feel any better? Or is engaging in these behaviors just standing in your way of recovery? Once you have identified the body check and behavior that you tend to do, try to disengage from it and actively stop doing it when you notice it. Make a choice not to engage. This might look like deleting old progress photos, looking away from the mirror if you notice yourself starting to check, getting rid of your scale, That's a really big one. Getting rid of the measuring tape that you use to do your body measurements. Getting rid of anything that identifies like your body fat percentage. And if you find yourself pinching and grabbing, gently tell yourself to stop. As you're on this journey, I recommend keeping a tally of how often you tend to body check. Take a mental note or write it in your journal or notes in your phone. You might be surprised at how often you're doing it. And the goal here is just to bring awareness to the behavior. The next tip is to get rid of all of the dieting tools that are leading to your body checking. I already alluded to this, talking about getting rid of your scale, deleting your progress photos, and I want to give a few other examples. It also might help to not do these things cold turkey, especially if you feel pretty reliant on that behavior. For example, if you're someone who weighs yourself every single day, completely getting rid of your scale and vowing to never use it again can actually make things worse. It might lead to even more restrictive eating to ensure that you're not going to gain weight. In your mind, you can't check anymore because the scale is not there, and so you take control and matter into your own hands and start restricting even more. So do this at whatever pace is still a challenge, but feels a little bit comfortable to you, just to ensure that it is not leading to even more restriction. But along with the scale and measuring tapes and like body fat percentage calculators, I challenge you to get rid of any clothes that don't fit. Yes, even the ones that you were intending to wear when you reached your goal weight. I know, that's a hard one to hear, but like I always say, clothes are meant to fit your body, not the other way around. Get rid of any records of previous weights. If you had like an Excel file with like all of your past weights from all the tracking that you used to do, get rid of that. If you had like on MyFitnessPal a record of all your weights, delete that. In fact, delete the whole app. Get rid of any triggering photos of your body that you tend to compare yourself to. They're just not serving you anymore. And then comes social media. It is time to detox this social media. This is the only type of detox that you will ever hear me recommend. As already mentioned, social media has a way to just make disordered eating habits a lot worse. So unfollow anybody who you have referred to as like body goals. Unfollow anybody that posts before and after photos. Unfollow any accounts that make you feel bad about your life or your body, accounts that give you that sense of like FOMO. Hit that unfollow button on any accounts that are trying to promote changing how your body looks. Yes, this includes weight loss. And there are a lot of accounts out there that do this, so it might take some time to go through all that. Of course, unfollow any accounts that promote restricting the type of food that you eat or the amount of food that you eat. Try to look for sneaky signs of this too. A lot of accounts will promote restriction in the way of like healthy eating, saying things like, oh, I'm cutting out seed oils for my health. Oh, I'm cutting out gluten for weight loss purposes. They're out of here. Unfollow/block the accounts that promote disordered exercise habits. These are the accounts that promote using exercise as a way to change how your body looks. Get rid of any accounts that scrutinize bodies by way of like side-by-side comparison photos, before and after photos. These types of photos and videos are inherently saying that the before photo was wrong. And that can make someone who maybe has a body similar to that before body feel like their body is wrong. So they're also out of here. Delete, block, not interested. And my last tip here on how to recover from body checking is to work on shifting your mentality to what's known as body neutrality. Body neutrality is a little bit different than body positivity, which sometimes promotes the idea that we should love our body all the time. Because let's be honest, we don't always love our body all the time. Even if we've made great progress with improving our body image, there's still gonna be days where we don't love how our body looks or feels. That's just being a human. But body neutrality involves still caring for and nurturing and respecting your body, even if you don't love how it's looking or feeling. This means that even on bad body image days, we are still nourishing our body. We are still engaging in joyful movement or resting. This means that we are speaking kindly to ourselves, even if we don't love how our body looks or feels. Another piece of body neutrality is shifting your focus from how your body looks to what your body's capable of. Because chances are it's capable of so much. Even if you don't love how your legs look, those legs are what is allowing you to walk your dog. Those legs allow you to go on bike rides. Your arms help you to carry your groceries inside and to hold on to your kiddos, even if you feel like your arms are too big. The fact of the matter is that you are more than just your body. And the way that your body looks is the least interesting thing about you. Seriously, it is. You have so much more to offer than just what your body is presenting as. Well, that is a wrap on today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you feel comfortable sharing, feel free to leave your comments below with your experiences here. While you're there, make sure you like this video if you enjoyed it, and don't forget to subscribe so you always know when I'm posting a new video. Thank you again for watching, and I will see you next time. If you are sick of trying to improve your relationship with food all by yourself, we would love to support you inside my intuitive eating membership, the Nutrition Reboot. You can learn all about it and join this ex-dieter club in the description below.